Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today, I think we're going to get this pulling project split in half. We're going to get the engine separated from the rear end and keep this project moving. Oh, I heard somebody yelling my name. So hang tight. I'll be right back. Well, dinner bell rang, so I had to go eat. But I'm back out in the shop, and I've got all the bolts loose except for two. Got one here and one on the bottom opposite. I got that square bolt that was in there out, and that actually came out easy. And that's the crazy thing with rusty stuff. I mean, I've broke off this top bolt here. The bottom one came off. It was hard. Some of these bolts were rusted tight. I was able to get them to go. I did use penetrating oil. What else? So that one actually came out easy. I thought it was going to be hard. Some of the ones I thought were going to be hard were not. Were easy. Again, the ones that I thought were going to be easy were hard. The rest just messes with you. So got those out, got that out, got those two bolts out down here. And that should make the steering loose. However, somebody welded this on here. There's a crack here on the top of the dash, and then they stick welded that on there. It's just about that much. So I'm gonna get the grinder, the cutoff wheel. We'll get that cut off, and steering should be. Oh hi, steering should be free, and then should be able to roll this engine away from the back half. Let's see how that goes. Well, I'm not going to be able to support the steering, so it's probably going to go crashing down, but that's all right. Shouldn't hurt nothing. Okay, it's about ready to pop off. There it goes. It almost got my finger. Almost pinched her right there. It would have taken a chunk off, I think. Okay. And I should be able to flop that steering wheel forward. Get my earplugs out so I'm not yelling at you. Clutch rod set out of the way. Oil filter lines out of the way. Okay. Should be able to start jiggling this thing loose. Still have bolts in it, so it's not gonna come apart. I just gotta find a place to pry on it. It's probably rusted solid, so I might take the floor jack. Put it underneath. Put some pressure on it. There it goes. Pressure on it. That's too big. So get something smaller like a screwdriver. There we go. It's almost coming off the ground now. Set her back down. Oh boy. Oh, the top bolt is still tight. Scoot you in a little closer. This one right here is about bottomed out. So let's see. Get some more slack in it, like that. Yeah, we're getting somewhere now. I'm gonna jack it up again because we'll have more space. It's only gonna go so far and then it's gonna bind up again. Let's see. I'll try a screwdriver, but I might have enough room. Yep. Okay, I think I have enough play in it. Yep, that top bolt's tight. The bottom one, that's still loose. That's all right. I should probably loosen that. No, you can't see what I'm doing. Sorry. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing anyway. There we go. Besides dropping tools. So, it's a good thing I moved these tools over here, otherwise they would have got knocked to the floor when that steering box came down. Let's see. So I don't know what just happened to the camera. Something with the, not the battery this time, but something different. So got the jack swung to the front so I can pull forward. Except I don't want to turn the wheels. And nothing wants to move. Take the nut off this one, leave the bolt in, into the screwdriver, try to get the rest of that nut off. Still leave the bolts in. Still kind of support each other. That piece there is the stand that I just took off that supports the front of the gas tank. Unless you have a hydraulic unit on it, then you'll have a rectangle shaped hydraulic unit bolted into that place. But this is a non-hydraulic unit, so it just has the gas tank stand. Okay. Let's see if I can do this without anything falling on me. Oh, dang it. Oh, my shoulder still doesn't feel good. And that jarring motion does not help. Let's see. Oh, I still got a bolt down there that is holding things up. So go down a little bit. Oh, almost got it. Making progress, I promise. Slow, but we're doing it. And, oh, no, yep, nope, yep, maybe. Every time I think I've got it, it's, oh, there, we did get it. Throw that in there. Okay, try this again. We have some play in it. Okay, that was the wishbone that just fell. This goes on the back side of the flange, and this here goes on the front side of the flange. You got a bolt here that lets the whole front axle pivot, but this whole brace here is so the front axle is stable front to back, up there. So now, stick the pry bar in here again. Conveniently stuck it in. Might be easier with two people, but I've done it by myself. Shoot, I even done it outside and had to lay boards. My 1949 R Standard had to split it to get the clutch replaced. I did that out in the yard years ago. When I was a lot younger and a lot less fragile. Anybody else like that anymore? You hear everybody talk about it. My body says I'm 90, but my brain says I'm 18. Uh-huh. Oh, here we go. Here we go. So right here we got dowel alignment pins. I don't know if you can see that from there. That helps line everything up, but so do the bolts. That one's still loose, which we'll leave that there. Okay, when that goes, that's going to want to fall down a little bit. So I'm going to try and lower that a little bit. Now we're getting separation. Yeah, this dowel pin is kind of rusted in there. Okay, we're free. The bolt is still loose. That means there's no tension or pressure on anything. You see that? No, that one's tight. The bottom one's loose, but that one's tight. And the rear end is sitting on the jack stand down below. Good there, so I'm going to go up just a little bit. There we go. If those bolts are loose, that means there's no pressure on it. Okay, now we're going to try and roll this front end away. What do you see? Are we free? Hey, there we did it. Those are the fingers that put pressure on the clutch disc, which I'll have to undo these cat bolts here to see what kind of condition the clutch plate is in. Oh yeah, that is, well, that's not bad. That's salvageable. Let me get my gloves off. I will get you in there for a better look. Let's see, how am I going to do this? Hang on. Okay, here we go. Here's the throwout bearing. Here's the clutch arm. There's that same arm. So that's free. Seems to be fairly tight, not wore out. I don't know about the throwout bearing yet. There's a little rust on here. So we'll get that taken care of. We'll get all that junk cleaned out of it. I don't see a lot of oil in there, but we'll know better once we get the engine away from it. This needs to be cleaned up. Here's the fingers. Right there. There's 1, 2, and 3. Which they all ride on that throwout bearing, and then they put pressure and release. Oh, it would release pressure off the fingers. But here's our clutch disc. That'll have the lining. So in another video, we'll get these cat bolts, cap, C-A-P, there, and there. I think there's like 6 of them. Yeah, next video we will get those cap bolts off, get the clutch disc off, because I'll need to see if I need a new one or not. What else? I don't know. I guess that's kind of it. So we got that loose. I'll get the clutch off. I'm done for the night. Kind of out of space to roll this any farther forward. I only have one set of one jack that has wheels on it, so I can't roll the rear end back anymore. Yeah, I think that's going to be it for the night. So next video should be moving that front end, the engine farther out, get the clutch off. I need to check to see, I think I'm supposed to use our flywheel on the Z engine, but I don't know if the flywheel for the R and the Z engines are the same part number. If they are, then it won't matter. Yeah, so I got some research to do. What else? I don't know, I'm kind of excited now. The idea now is to get that Z engine on here, because it has a narrow front. Right now it's a single, but I'll probably put a narrow front under it. But if I get a single narrow front end on this, then I can turn this whole tractor around and I can face it towards the 90-year project, the R with the Hector 3-point. If you haven't seen that, we'll take a look. Here's the Hector 3-point setup. That was like 1950, 51 when they came out. Then they had, I believe, their own line of implements that hooked up to it. Other than that, it's just a regular old R. But I think that 3-point setup is pretty rare. I don't know any numbers on it. Don't ask me how rare it is, but you don't see a lot of them. Even in the Moline magazines and online, you don't see a lot of them. Just like a RTE, you don't see a lot of the wide adjustable front ends. You see a lot of industrials. You see a lot of narrow fronts. But yeah. So I guess that's it. I'm gonna call it a video. Thanks for watching, liking, and subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. It is absolutely free. It doesn't cost you a penny unless you want to watch YouTube commercial free. Then you have to pay, but that's up to you. I don't do it myself. I just deal with the commercials, and there's a little skip button. You can hit that skip button and keep on going. So anyway, that's going to be it for tonight. Again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.